We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They toss to Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Wait, 20. Mike 54. Come on. Switch it. Come on, switch it. J 66. Alpha.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down, Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
64, weak. Joker. Check nickel. Watch out. 72. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Go.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Brady, he's going to float this over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. 33 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Hey, Tuesday. Rush in. Hey, 59, ready.
On second down, Freeman. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Check. Hey,
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
He's crashing. He's checking.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Buccaneers' 3-yard line.
They come up in an offset eye. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That second down play nets a -4.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now it's Ryan. The quick slant caught. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Let's get it.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Caden Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brady airing this one out for Evans. That's caught at the 25. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, 79 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous, man. 22. Don't get nervous. Protein spill. Switch gears. Switch.
This is Freeman. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
21.
third down. Ryan. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line.
First down, Atlanta.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. That's complete to Smith. 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. There he goes left side. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
14.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Charlie. 45, Mike, 45. 72.
From the gun, it's Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. On 1st down, Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Here's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, express! Free up. Mike 4. Here we go, D. Hey, exit. 4, Mike 4. I got one.
Now it's Ryan. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Was trying to extend the life of that play, wasn't he? Got out of the pocket, ended up scrambling off to his left, trying to find anyone open downfield to try and make a big-time play.
Thought he had an opening there for a second, but that window closed pretty quickly. And this one is right down the middle. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Brady. They'll find Miller. That's complete. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
13 yards on the play. Recon, 152 fighters.
They'll run on first down. Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
At the 45-yard line.
Mike, wait, set, ready? It's a party now. It's a party now. Say, sugar. Alpha. Hey, 5-7. Go Bandit.
From the 45 on second down, Brady. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Brady closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. He completes it to Evans. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you? Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
All day, just like that.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Calvin Ridley. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
There you go. Space. We got double up. Hey, check.
Throwing again. Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. Xavier Howard on recovery.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. They're going deep here for Taylor. And that's caught inside the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Again, it's Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate Dalvin alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's Brady. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
At the 33-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. Now Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Got it. Mike Ford. Wildfield. Hey, orbit. Tighten up. Get out.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Check safety. Hey, check it. 6-6, pull it high. Mike spot 4. Cover.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
And a Falcon first down.
You ready? Like 25. Run the mic. Watch one. Check right.
Freeman again, a first down carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Ito Smith, his first carry. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
What we got? Tighten up.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, 59, ready. Watch the screen. Hey, Haywood. You ain't going nowhere. Space. Stay at home.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th.
Wait, set. Wait, Sugar. Mike's 54. Let's put him on. Hey, check it.
Throwing is Brady on third down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd and inches, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one.
He's got a man, complete. A big play there, Ryan to Jones, 52 yards. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. He hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing again. Ryan. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They'll come out in the pistol. A touchdown is a must here, but of course beware of leaving too much time on the clock for Tom Brady. It's 1st and goal.
Check three.
They'll run here with Freeman. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game.
Hey, Steve 6. Play south. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You go 20. Mike,
on 2nd and goal. Ryan toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards. What a play. Maybe a game-saving play on the knockdown there.
That was beautiful, wasn't it? If you're looking at it from the defense's perspective, they looked like they had a shot at it, maybe a completion. Ball gets knocked away. Can they rise up and do it again?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Check the hot read. 51, Tom.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Fourth down. Here's Ryan. Oh, no, he lost the football. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Check 26, check 26. Motion. Hey, one set. Check Mike, 53.
They'll go again to Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. From the shotgun to give to Jones. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
72. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. John D.
Brady to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Bucs, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the rough season continues as they've plunged to 1-13. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gordon. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Entering XP feedback screen, you have 20. Entering player upgrades screen, you have 4 options. Sean Murphy Bunting is selected. Overview. Ratings. Upgrade. Hybrid. Zone. Ratings. Ratings. Progression his ratings. Overview. Entering franchise hub screen, things to do. Advanced. Players ready.